So as the thumbnail indicates, I voted. And I'm going to tell you. So as many people know, I have been independent. Sorry about that. So I thought I'd start off with locally. 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 So it's Sunrise. I voted for Mike Ryan. Mike Ryan has been the mayor of Sunrise. Been the mayor of Sunrise for over a decade. I keep getting disconnected. So I voted for Mike Ryan as mayor. I know him. He's done a great job. He's a good guy. He cares. So I voted for Mike. I've also voted for Joey Scudetto. Again, I know him. I know the family. He's been a commissioner for well over 25 years, I think, almost going on 30 years. And he's done a great job. Commission seat 1 is an open seat because Mayor Ryan was being good morning. Mayor Ryan was being challenged by one of the other commissioners and a newcomer, and I voted for Vivi. I voted for Vivi again. I know Vivi. He cares about the city. He's been involved in the city for a long time. And it's not his first run in office, but I think it's well deserved. I think he will treat the residents as friends, and I know he'll do a good job. So I voted for Vivi. So I voted to keep our current sheriff, Gregory Tony. He's been in office now for a while, and I don't hear a lot of complaints as far as policing goes. They question some other things about him, but it seems like the sheriff's office, everyone's pleased with that. So I voted for Gregory Tony. Then they ask you, shall certain judges remain in office? For the most part, I voted yes. All of them. I don't know much about them. The Supreme Court, some other things. So I voted to keep them in office. The two amendments in Florida. Well, there's more than that. I'm sorry. Let me go back. The right to hunt and fish, I voted for that. We already hunt and fish. I don't see why it has to be in the Constitution, but we have it already. So I voted for it. What's the other amendment? Something with the homestead exemption. Should it be rise and fall? Should it rise and fall with inflation? I don't know anything about that. I voted no. Why change something that's been working? All of a sudden we're going to change it. It's been working, keep it. So the two controversial amendments were the right to abortion and the right to marijuana, right? So that's kind of tricky, right? Because we already have a lot of products on the market that act like marijuana, right? They tried to years ago get it voted on medical. They tried to sell it to us as medical, right? But we already have a lot of products. Sorry, we keep getting disconnected. But they give you the benefits of what's in marijuana medically. without the hi. Good morning. Then now they're selling it to us on a legal part. Sorry to hear that about your dog. The now they're telling us what it should be. They want to legalize it so people stop getting arrested. Stop getting arrested. You know, and I think that's a better way of selling it to people. Good, good. My morning was good. You know, so we're trying to. I mean, this. I mean, people drink, right? Alcohol. They get drunk. The only difference is with weed, right? You can get high from secondhand smoke. Um, you have businesses that have a drug-free workplace, and you're subject to drug verification, right? Drug testing, and that's because your liability company, whoever you have your insurance with, give you a discount, right? So I think there's a lot of unknown questions. I mean, can people get fired if you get drug tested? If I have a work-free workplace, then you fail a drug test, I can fire you. You know, um, did that override that? You know, does it? I think there's a lot of unknown questions. I think there's a lot of unknown questions about it, but I voted to legalize it. I did. Um, I know it's a gateway drug. There's a doctor that's been studying it for 25, 30 years. If someone smokes it long term, I think it has an effect on their brain. And unfortunately, I don't know if there's any. I don't think they've ever done any long-term studies on it. You know, none that I can really find except for Doctor. I think it's Oman or Onan or Omen. I think he's the only one that's ever done anything like that. Good, Chris. I'm happy. But and then the other tricky one is abortion, the right to abortion. So even my wife was on the fence with that, but she voted for it. I also voted for it. I mean, I grew up with it. You know, I grew up with the right to abortion, and so again, here's something that has been in society since from the 70s, and you know, the the only thing about it is that you have people that are writing the law or the constitutional amendment, and then I think once that passes, I think the legislature has to write up a law to govern it. We'll see what happens. You know, it'll be it'll be quite interesting how that goes. And then for president, and I voted for Donald Trump. Um, you know, I think he did. I think he did a decent job when he was president the first time. Um, he pissed a lot of people. Pissed a lot of people off because he's an outsider. He's not part of the political machine. And then Biden came into office, and now we're internationally, I think we're in a big mess. And so, and my pocketbook's is a lot. It's not as good as it was under Trump. So I voted for Donald Trump, and that's that. I mean, that's the way I voted, and we'll see what happens. Hey, hold on, I have to text this guy. All right, so that's how I voted. So let the chips fall where they may, and we'll see what happens. Either way, we're gonna survive. The country's always survived. We've had all kinds of different presidents, different from Reagan to Carter to Obama to Clinton. We've been through a bunch, right? 46 different presidents, and we've always survived. The country survived. People have always prospered one way or the other. You know, I don't see everyone living poorly. There are some, but not everyone. So, coffee with John. Coffee with John this morning. Let's talk everyone off the ledge. We're being inundated with commercials, right? Text messages. Who you going to vote for? So, we'll see. So, on to other things.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, brother?
Sorry, I was running late.
Oh, you're good.
You mind if I stop to get something to drink?
No.
All right.
Did you say you eat eggs or you don't eat eggs?
No eggs.
Okay. I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I get a wrap every morning.
Yeah.
Which is like an egg,
Uh-huh.
a fried, whatever their egg is, a fried egg with bacon.
Yeah.
And the good girl gave me two. I only ordered one. I looked at the receipt; it was only one. So
I'm kind of strange, but you know that. But anyway.
I had an extra. Gotcha.
So there are some small stipulations that I'll eat it.
My
How
wife.
are you?
Good. My wife eats eggs,
Okay.
but they got to be like hard,
Okay.
like over hard.
Oh.
Like crack it open on the thing, but then flip it over and make sure it's not running.
Oh. Okay.
So, or scrambled.
Okay. Well, my dad doesn't like cheese, but like mozzarella. He only likes like pizza cheese.
That's funny, right? I know
Yeah.
people that are like that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cheese.
But I mean, it's not that you gorge yourself. It's just the fact that it's on everything, you know.
Laura eats cheese like crazy.
Yeah.
I have like 5 different, a string cheese,
Yeah.
a Colby Jack square cheese. She's eating all that stuff. So, me, I don't.
Yeah. That's the old man. You don't like cheese except for pizza cheese. Let's see.
Dude, I feel bad that you keep paying me. I feel like you're paying me like all the freaking time, man.
It's all good, man. It's $10. I can afford to pay it. If I couldn't afford to pay it, you can feel bad. But I can afford to pay it. I can afford to pay it, and I got a little extra money. So it's all good, John. Plus, you can't just do everything for free. I think $10 is a reasonable payment.
Good. Good. I try to think of something that was reasonable.
Yeah. I think I would say something if I couldn't afford it, John.
Oh, good.
So don't feel bad. I had $35 cash in my pocket, and they were all fives,
Yeah.
and I only needed 20, so maybe 10. So it was extra money anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
All good, John. Don't feel bad.
Do they give you guys lunch where you work?
No, but they give us snacks. They got like
but,
chips, candy,
yeah.
and
But
popcorn
do
and
they
shit
give
like
you
that.
lunch breaks?
Yeah, of course.
You get a half hour or?
Get an hour.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But that's why you work till 6 too, right?
Right.
It used to be you work 9 to 5 with an hour lunch.
Yeah.
Now they make you work 9 to 6 with an hour lunch.
Yeah.
They make up for that.
Hour.
Yeah. Bastards.
It is what it is.
Some places only give you a half hour
Right.
and then 2 15-minute breaks.
Yeah.
That's what I used to. That's what we used
That's
to do.
what we do. It's like, except it's an hour and 2 15-minute breaks.
Does everyone take lunch at the same time, or,
Yeah.
or do they stagger
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. No, everybody takes lunch at the same time. They have to. Everybody has to get off the phone.
Yeah.
1 o'clock.
Well, they really pay attention to that now because I don't know if you remember that many years ago there was a lawsuit filed
Yeah.
because people were working through their lunch break,
Yeah.
and then ever since that happened, like I used to work with a guy who he would come in at work at 8,
Yeah.
and so we worked 8 to 5
Yeah.
with an hour lunch. Not
At the one job, I was there for a long time, and then I quit. Then I came back, and I was there a long time again.
yeah.
They gave you an option to work through your lunch if you wanted to.
See,
And sometimes I would if I wanted an extra 30 minutes or an extra hour.
yeah,
If I wanted overtime.
they stopped doing that where I worked because we had guys who would come in at 8.
That place went under. Remember, John?
Yeah, and everything. So we used to go in at 8 or whatever
Yeah.
and work till 5 with an hour lunch.
You want a drink, John?
No, I got coffee.
You want a Reese's this early?
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm good,
Get
man.
the blood pumping, right?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Sounds peaceful, right? Coffee with Uncle John, the sleepy ape. I didn't eat gas and I'm on the wrong side of the pump. Alright. I'll get it after I drop him off. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Thank you, sir.
I was gonna get gas and I was on the wrong side of the pump.
Oh no.
So I'll just get it after I drop you off.
Okay.
I think we're gonna be pretty close to 9 o'clock getting there.
Oh no. Am I pushing it?
Well, it's kind of.
I'm sorry.
Well-
Am I making you late today?
No, not worried about you.
All right, good.
No, because I drop you off and then I go to work, and it's like I rush. Sometimes I rush to get there by 9, but they're not done with breakfast yet. I'll see my person by 9:30. I have a weird schedule today.
Those old people are sleeping in if they're having breakfast at 9, huh?
No, well, they get breakfast at 8. They go in at 8,
Yeah.
and then they roll out. It's like a little, it's where they eat, but it's not like a.
It's like a cafeteria, right?
Yeah.
It's like a little dining hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go and sit down, and then they get a choice of maybe two things:
Yeah.
pancakes or eggs and bacon, or
Yeah.
oatmeal.
It's not like a diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and then they
How was
close.
your Panthers though, huh? They're never gonna stop winning, huh, John? I guess we don't have to worry about the Panthers. We just got to worry about making it in.
You know, they were they made it look. You know what?
I got you for a loss for words there, John, huh?
I'm trying to figure out what I think about.
It's a good team.
You know,
But you don't want to have the best record. You know why, John? President's Cup curse, which
You know what?
is...
I gotta get gas.
all right.
It's just low on fuel,
Okay.
and you know what? Why take a chance?
Right.
I'll just get it what they call a splash and go.
Splash and go. All right. President's Cup curse. 16 straight years, the team with the best record didn't win the Stanley Cup.
Right? They suck.
So, you don't want the Panthers to get the best record, John. You better cool off a little bit. Lose a game or two.
You got that right, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Wawa has personal pizza for $3.
Wawa has scary movie night for $8.
Wawa has spooky, and it's spooky good for $10.
6 fish for $10. Wawa has pizza for a really great price. Gotta have a Wawa.
Gotta have a Wawa.
Wawa's new apple handcrafted beverages are here. Treat yourself to lattes, smoothies, and more. Delicious apple pie and sweet caramel apple. And sip a new favorite this fall. Gotta have a Wawa.
Gotta have a Wawa.
The wait is over. Wawa's hot jerky is back, including the Wawa Gobblers Company flavors: hot turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and cranberry sauce. Cozy up to hot drinks before it's gone. Gotta have it.
I told you, splash and go.
Splash and go. Gotta have a Wawa.
I'll get more later. Gotta have a.
Heat looked good last night.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who'd they play?
Pistons. They're no good, but
Yeah.
a win's a win, right? A win's a win's a win.
I was trying to think about the Panthers, and I go, they look good.
Yeah.
But then, you know, sometimes I hate when they give up some stupid, easy goals, man.
Yeah.
But I think all teams are like that. You know,
Yeah,
they
of
give up.
course.
They give
No
up
team
some-
is like perfect, you know.
right.
I think McDavid got hurt last night.
Oh, so
He left the game. He might be hurt for a couple games. That's
Well-
the face of the game. You can't have him hurt for too long.
what's his name? Is this truck gonna try to make a
A Yui.
from here?
A Yui. This guy passes driver's test and then some, huh?
So I
There's Doug Heffernan. I love that show though. I've seen all those episodes like 5 times.
oh really? I thought you could make a UE from. I don't know. Maybe there's a post office.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to make a UE in a school.
It was a
zone.
good show though back in the day. The King of Queens.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny.
He was pretty relatable, huh?
So the Dodgers,
Yeah.
they're gonna win.
Yeah. It's a shame. They go out and they spend $1 billion and then they win the World Series. And it
I hate
shouldn't be
that.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'd like to see them get it shoved up their butt.
Yeah. It won't be. And you know what I
Yeah.
heard? I heard that they're interested in Soto. Can you imagine if they had Soto, Otani, fucking Freeman, and Betts? God, it'd be sick. Coming off a World Series. That's when people are going to really start bitching about salary cap. Remember you were saying?
Yeah, but they're not gonna. Yankees aren't gonna trade Soto.
Well, no, he's a free agent. They don't have a choice.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Yankees gotta sign him.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a contract
That's how
year.
That's how you got to the World Series.
Hey, this is a contract year. He is going to get paid.
And he's a young guy too, right?
Yeah, he's like 25, 26.
Oh yeah. You have to try to sign him.
He's going
He's
to
gonna
get
get paid.
Yes, he is.
It depends.
600 million or something insane.
Depends how much the Yankees,
Want him.
Yankees got a high payroll.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, you got Stanton, right?
Yeah,
But Stanton's getting towards the end.
yeah, he is.
He's 34, 35.
Yeah, he's getting towards the end. He's
Judge.
got like a good 3 years left.
And listen, Judge ain't too far behind. He's
No.
33.
No. But the good thing about Judge is Judge started late, so he's going to have a couple years later. Like, he's one of those guys that was an anomaly. He started at like 25 or 26, you know? He came to the big leagues late.
He's never seen a guy that big, man. 6'7", runs like
Yeah.
I thought Stanton was a big dude,
Yeah.
but
Kind of reminds me of
Judge
like,
Judge must look like a monster.
he is a fucking monster.
6'7".
Reminds you of like, what's his face? Bo Jackson. Fucking huge and can run like a deer, you know? Did you see that Hail Mary play from fucking Jaden Daniels? That was sick. So there's like 1 second left, and he throws like a 60-yard bomb to win the game.
Who does he play for?
Washington. It was the number 2 pick in the draft.
Was it yesterday?
No, it was Sunday.
Is he the kid that came from LSU?
Yes. He won the Heisman.
So funny. I don't know what the name just made me think of LSU.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. He had a cannon. He threw it up, won the game. That'll get your legend going, huh? That'll get some eyes opening.
Sometimes it could jumpstart your career.
Yeah.
They're making fun of this guy.
It was number 1 against number 2 because it was Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, and
Wow.
Jaden Daniels had like over 300 yards passing, and the other guy was terrible. So
Wow.
it might be a little rivalry going between those two.
Wow. You see, they're making fun of this guy Richardson,
Which one?
the one that plays.
Oh
for
yeah. For the
Indianapolis.
Colts, he's terrible.
Well, they're making fun of him because he tapped out.
Did he?
Well, he didn't tap out. He's not really a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's an athlete
Yeah.
who's playing quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why he runs.
But he
so
has
much.
one good attribute that a quarterback has besides the mobility. He's got a fucking cannon.
Right.
He
That's
can
why.
throw it like 60 yards.
That's why he got drafted.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can move, and he's got a fucking cannon. But he's not accurate at all. Like
Right.
he was like 10 for 25 or something ridiculous.
Right.
I'm like, that's absurd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, they were making fun of him not for tapping out because he sucks. You know, they're
No.
like, how long is he gonna?
No. Well,
How long are the Colts gonna take a chance on this guy? He sucks.
Yeah. No. They're making fun of him because he tapped out. What happened was, so who's that guy? The YouTube guy that went to ESPN. They gave Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee says what he did is made him like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But what happened was
I met him.
he
Did I
was
tell you?
he was scrambling all over the field.
Yeah.
All right, see you later, buddy.
Yeah.
And then when he got done
Yeah.
scrambling, he went like this,
Oh,
which
man.
means I got to come out.
No moss.
I got to come out.
Yeah.
So he came out for a couple plays for a breather, and then he went back in.
Yeah.
And they were like giving him shit about it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah. Why are they giving him shit, or why are they tapping? out?
Because he tapped out that he needed to be replaced
Yeah.
when you're the quarterback.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but he's not like the quarterback.
Yeah.
I see wide receivers
Yeah.
who are running patterns on every play,
Right.
or running backs that are carrying the ball 30 times a game,
Right.
and they rotate them out to give them a break.
Right.
And I go, if Anthony Richardson is running 10, 12, 13, 14 times a game,
Right.
maybe he needs a break too.
It's possible.
You know? So I'm like, I don't understand it. It's like you can't treat them like Dan Marino or Brady, who aren't
Right.
scrambling.
Right.
No, it's I think
Or
it's a whole
Manning.
it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I've seen it plenty of times.
But they were also making fun of him because he sucks. You know, they're like, why are the Colts how long are the Colts gonna keep this guy because he can't complete any passes?
Sometimes they think, sometimes they think they can mold you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they think, okay,
Well, they didn't really he got hurt last year, so he didn't really get a chance last year, and then this year they're giving him a kind of a chance, but he's just not good. And I was telling my dad, I said, would it have made a difference if he came back to college, or would he have still sucked? I guess he would still would have sucked. That 1 year wouldn't have mattered, right?
listen, I think, but I think you have to take him for who he is, right? He's an athlete who's playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't think he sucks
But
because
Jaden Daniels is an athlete playing quarterback, and he's accurate and he's good.
is he in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not. You know.
Look at Lamar Jackson. He's an athlete and he can pass.
Yeah, but he was a great quarterback at
In
Louisville.
college, yes, he was.
You know, they.
He won
I
the
think.
Heisman.
I think. Listen,
And so did Jaden Daniels. So I guess you're right.
I say this all the time. You can be a superstar in college,
Right.
because you're so athletic
Right.
that you're better. 'Cause listen, you're on a field
Right.
with 22 guys,
Right.
even if it's Alabama, whoever it is,
Right.
and out of those 22 guys
Maybe.
are good, and only 2 or 3 are actually going to go to.
Draft. So I mean,
That's a lot.
yeah.
And it's like, so yeah, you can be a guy like Richardson
Yeah.
or Tebow
Right.
and dominate,
Right.
but your game is not good enough for the NFL.
Right.
But there's someone who takes a chance on you,
Right.
because there's always that diamond in the rough, right? Like Tom Brady, who
Right.
couldn't run, nothing,
Couldn't do anything. Yeah.
and turns out to be a superstar.
Right. And it's also about putting the guy in the right system, you know. There's so many quarterbacks that have wasted careers because they weren't in the right system. And if they would have been in the right system, they would have had a career, or they would have been a good quarterback, you know.
Everyone's looking for the next.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at Brady Quinn
We've
and some
always
of those
said
other
that.
guys.
We always discuss that
Yeah.
it takes, you gotta have a guy in the right system.
Right.
And now they do that on defense too, right?
Right.
Oh, this NFL runs the 4-3 defense,
Right.
and this linebacker is a great 4-3 specialist.
Right.
You know, so that's why they draft him.
Right.
But see, I don't see. Listen, I am a huge proponent that if I had the number 1 pick in the draft,
Yeah.
And I had-
pick offensive player.
I would pick
Dis-
the best player available
Okay.
on offense.
Yeah.
I don't think it. So here's the beast, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
What's he done for the Dallas Cowboys? Nothing. Nothing.
He's a beast. They just suck.
Can't take it to the Super Bowl, man. You gotta
Let me
have.
play devil's advocate though. Look at those great defenses in the past. The '85 Bears, the Ravens, the Steelers.
Yeah, but it's still the offense that carries you. They had great offenses. They had a great.
The Ravens had like no offense. They just ran the ball, and then they had
Devin
when they had-
Hester scoring touchdowns.
That was, I think he was with the Bears.
So I
get the idea.
it's just it's when you look when Brady won the Super Bowls,
Yeah.
they didn't have the greatest defense in the world. They had very good defense, but not superstars.
Right.
You know, when
But that's how Belichick is. He had a great player. He
You
can
gotta have-
develop these players. what makes things way to go instead of the player does.
I think you got to have it.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about. It's like they says. It's all about identifying. When I used to do refereeing,
Yeah.
and they used to bring us out to the practices to try to teach the kids.
Yeah.
It's always a coach.
What are they saying this morning?
A coach is just hello. It's all about identifying the players you have
Right.
and putting them in the best
Position to succeed.
possession, because you see guys that go to college
Yep.
and they change positions.
Yep.
You know, they go from linebacker to what was his name?
Safety and the safety to linebacker and this the corner and yeah.
That's what the Hurricanes used to do. The Hurricanes used to get those big defensive backs,
Yeah.
and they'd make them linebackers.
Yeah.
Put some weight on them, and they could run.
Yeah.
And then they all
Put
have.
them in that rover position, so they're not a linebacker, they're not a safety, they're kind of in the middle there, you know.
Yeah, there's I always thought, but you know what? Sometimes they say, look at the great teams that what Bill Parcells had.
Yep.
You know, he had Lawrence Taylor and this one and that one,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
Phil Simms.
But he also had Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator for the Giants.
Look at Saban.
Yeah.
Saban had Kirby Smart,
He did.
players like that, right?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Saban.
And you know what? What makes a good coach? And there's a lot of people who aren't Saban fans, and I get it.
Yeah.
But these coaches left,
Yeah.
and he still won.
Right.
And he brought in new coaches,
And they left. Right.
and he kept winning.
Yeah.
It has to do with players,
Right.
but it also has to do with bringing in the right coaches.
Right.
You know, everyone's got to buy in, like they said.
In that system.
Like the Panthers won last year, and they were saying
Yeah.
everyone had to buy into the system. Like,
Right.
yes, this is the way we're going to do it.
Right.
Everyone knows your role,
Right.
and you play within your role.
Right. But everybody bought in year one. And that's when they went to the Stanley Cup, and then they went to the Stanley Cup again. They were buying into that coach and almost immediately, Maurice. You know? Which is pretty amazing. Usually it takes some time to buy in, but they kind of bought in right away.
You know, it's hard. I mean, when you play with these guys in any sport, you just know what everyone's doing,
Right.
right? Like, I know, like, living with my wife and my son for the last 20-something years,
Yeah.
I just know everything about them. I know what
Right.
they're going to do, how they're going to do it.
Right.
And these guys, they practice and play so much together.
Right.
They just know. They know where he's going to be, how he
is
runs the
Mr.
route.
Gio?
He's good.
Is he
He's good.
doing his homework? So I gotta smack him upside his head?
I try not to keep track of it anymore. My wife's handling it
Yeah.
because I get too crazy.
You get tough on him?
Oh yeah, man. You got to. You can't let a 14-year-old run wild.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
I can imagine what I would have done when I was 14, you know? I ended up being a good kid, but I mean, it is what it is, right, John?
Yeah.
But I didn't do anything. I didn't do any stupid shit when I was a kid. I was a good kid like Gio, you know?
Yeah, it's like, you know, we had the conversation before. It's like it's not easy for kids to do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
When a kid does stupid stuff,
Yeah.
usually you have absentee parents.
Yeah.
You have parents who, why is the kid walking the street at 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Because the mom's not home or the dad's not home or
Right.
the mom's out. The kids are running wild because you got a single mom who's working at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night to make ends meet,
Right.
and the kids at home are running wild.
Right.
You know, that's, you know, it's like, you know, we're home. We're home. You know, it's a stable environment. We're
Right.
home. We keep track of him.
Right.
He knows we're keeping track of
But
him.
some kids are just gonna misbehave, you know? They could have the kids with the, you know, with the...
You can have a great home environment,
Right.
but usually if the kid, you can have a great home environment,
Right.
but usually if the kid goes off the rails,
Yeah.
the signs are there,
Right.
but the parents are
Ignoring
like, it
the
can't be
signs.
my kid.
Of course, it's never
It
their kid.
can't be this can't be happening.
in my environment with my kid.
Or they enable it,
right,
right?
right.
Well, my son had a car accident, and then they find out the kids had
Something to drink.
10 tickets
Yeah.
for speeding and
Or-
everything, and
or
they're like,
drinking, or there's something.
or you've known the kid, or the, you know, or they turn the kid. He's 16, and they buy him a Corvette,
Right.
and the kid has a crash going 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, of
what
course.
do you expect?
Right.
You know,
Right.
I had a station wagon
Yeah.
for my first car. I couldn't go 100.
Yeah.
If I wanted to,
But
if I wanted
still
to,
crashed it, right?
if I wanted to, I've only had, I think I've had in my whole life,
Yeah.
knock on wood, I've had 2 accidents,
Really? Wow.
and that was
Good for you.
And it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't my fault. Someone cut out in front of me and hit me and whatever.
Yeah.
But when there's behavioral issues, right?
Yeah.
And we studied this in school a lot. When there's some type of behavioral issues,
Yeah.
there's an underlying reason.
Yeah.
It could be a dysfunction of the brain,
Yeah.
which when I say dysfunction, usually there's a chemical imbalance
Right.
and they go on medication.
Right.
Or when people do something that's not, or the kid does something that's not right,
Right.
or you find out that they haven't been taking their meds,
Right.
something.
Yeah.
There's always an underlying reason. If someone cheats on their wife or their husband,
Yeah.
there's an underlying reason.
Yeah.
You know, there's always something,
Yeah.
you know, like if someone has an addiction to when you have an addiction,
Right.
you know, to whatever it is, it could be sex, it could be
Yeah.
drugs, it could be texting, there's something else. There's
Yeah.
something that's why they talk about chemicals in your brain, right? You know, there's some people that are just like hyper all the time.
Right.
And they identify you got a chemical imbalance.
Right.
Whatever. But when it comes to behavioral issues,
This is great. It's good.
but that's his job.
No, I know.
I said, that's your job.
Right.
I go, would you get hired somewhere and not do your job?
Right.
You're gonna get fired.
Right.
So your job in life right now is to go to school and pass.
Right.
That's your job.
Right. How does he respond to that?
He just rolls his eyes.
I guess.
And but I'm like, you can't, if you go to school every day,
Yeah.
you should get a C.
Yeah.
Just
For showing
just
up.
for showing up,
Right.
you should get a C.
Yeah.
I go, there's no reason you take Spanish and you get an F on every single thing.
I'd say.
That means you're totally tuned out.
Or you didn't even show up.
You didn't even show up.
You did
You're
something.
sleeping.
Yeah.
You never get a 0 on a test.
Right.
You can open up the 10-question test and bubble in A
Right.
on every single question,
And get
and you're going to
50.
get at least 2 or 3 right.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
There's no way you should get a 0.
Right.
You know, that's just totally.
Remember it was A B B B C A B B B C whatever. Yeah. It's always a 50-50 chance you're gonna get it right, you know? Or no, it's 25.
That's what,
25% chance,
that's,
right?
yeah, that's what they tell you. If you ever taken a test and you're running out of time,
Yeah.
just bubble in something.
Right.
No, and I get his progress reports, and he's struggling, and that's just because
Yeah.
as parents.
But do you think that he's going to, I think we've discussed this a couple times. Is I was the same way, but when my ass was to the fire and I had to pass, I stepped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he
I
has
was kind of
that-
motivated. I kind of was unmotivated. But when my ass was on the fire, and I was like, well, I could get an F.
Yeah.
It's getting close to the end of the semester. I could get an F. I got to get my ass moving.
I don't know if he's like that, man. He's got a different. He's just.
Yeah.
he locks himself in the room, and he's
no
always
fight or flight instinct there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's not right. I mean, we've gotten them tutors in the past,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, man. Even if you get a tutor
Yeah.
or a coach,
Yeah.
you got to do what they tell you.
Right.
You can sit there and have 100 tutoring lessons,
Right.
and they tell you, go do this
Right.
10 times a day.
And
If you
don't do it, it
If you
doesn't
don't
matter.
do it, you're not gonna. Right.
Right.
You can go take football lessons or this lesson.
Right, right.
If you don't do what the coach tells you,
It's not going to be beneficial.
if you go take dancing lessons,
Right.
and then when you're done dancing, with the dancing lesson, the lady goes over and says, "Now go over there
Yeah.
and practice your whatever it is
Yeah.
for 20 minutes."
Right.
And as soon as he walks away, you come over to me and say, "Hey, can I go play on the playground?"
Yeah.
That, I should have known that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Not that he takes dancing lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna pull in, dude. I'm gonna drop you off because you gotta
Thanks.
go. Take your
Thanks,
drink
buddy.
and get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Love you, Jen.
Later.
I see you, what, Thursday?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
What's up, everybody? Dropped off my buddy. Now I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. I gotta check something, so hang in there.